A major security update has just emerged following the Benin incident involving Peter Obi, and for the first time, the Department of State Services has publicly explained how a key suspect was arrested. What authorities discovered, and how quickly the situation was contained, is now raising serious national questions about political safety, public trust, and stability as Nigeria moves toward another critical period. Here is what the DSS revealed and why this development is drawing attention across Nigeria and among Nigerians abroad. A political development in Benin City has drawn national attention after security authorities confirmed the arrest of a suspect linked to an incident involving former presidential candidate Peter Obi. For days, questions circulated across Nigeria and among Nigerians abroad: what exactly happened? Was it politically motivated? And what does this mean for public safety and democratic engagement ahead of future elections? Now, the Department of State Services, known as the DSS, has finally spoken, and their explanation is raising new conversations about security, accountability, and political tension in the country. Within the first reports, witnesses described a moment of tension during Peter Obi's visit to Benin City, Edo State. According to available information, the situation unfolded during a public engagement where supporters and observers had gathered. Security operatives quickly intervened after what authorities later described as a security concern involving an individual whose actions raised suspicion. The DSS says its officers acted based on intelligence and immediate risk assessment. The agency confirmed that a suspect was taken into custody shortly after the incident, emphasizing that the arrest followed established security procedures aimed at preventing escalation and protecting public figures as well as civilians present at the venue. Before we go deeper into what this means and the wider political implications, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to stay informed with balanced and reliable Nigerian political updates. According to the DSS statement, the arrest was not random. Officials explained that security monitoring had already been ongoing due to the high-profile nature of the visit. Political gatherings in Nigeria often attract large crowds, and security agencies typically increase surveillance to prevent disturbances or confrontations that could endanger attendees. The agency noted that the suspect's behavior triggered concern among security personnel stationed at the event. While full operational details were not publicly disclosed, which is standard practice for intelligence agencies, the DSS stressed that early intervention helped stabilize the situation before it could develop into a larger security challenge. Peter Obi's team acknowledged the incident but maintained a calm tone, urging supporters to remain peaceful and avoid speculation. Political observers say this response reflects a growing awareness among political actors that public messaging during sensitive moments can either reduce or heighten national tension. What makes this development significant is not only the arrest itself but the timing. Nigeria is gradually entering another political cycle, and events involving major political figures often carry symbolic weight. Security-related incidents, even when contained quickly, tend to influence public perception about safety, political tolerance, and democratic space. For Nigerians living in the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, and across Europe, developments like this matter because political stability at home directly affects investor confidence, currency strength, and long-term economic opportunities. Diaspora remittances remain a major support system for families and businesses in Nigeria, and stability plays a key role in sustaining that connection. Security analysts say the DSS decision to publicly address the arrest is also noteworthy. Traditionally, intelligence agencies release limited information. By confirming the arrest and clarifying that preventive action was taken, authorities appear to be responding to public demand for transparency in politically sensitive situations. In recent years, Nigerians have increasingly relied on social media for breaking news, but that has also led to rapid spread of unverified claims. Within hours of the Benin incident, multiple narratives emerged online, some accurate and others speculative. The DSS statement therefore served another purpose: to establish an official account and reduce misinformation. Legal experts point out that an arrest does not automatically determine guilt. The suspect remains subject to investigation and due process under Nigerian law. Authorities indicated that further inquiries are ongoing and that findings will guide any next legal steps. This raises an important discussion about the balance between security enforcement and civil liberties. Nigeria's democracy depends on both effective protection of public figures and respect for citizens' rights. Security agencies must act swiftly when concerns arise, but transparency and accountability remain equally important to maintain public trust. Political commentators have also highlighted how incidents involving opposition figures often attract heightened scrutiny. Supporters expect fairness, while critics demand clarity. In such situations, communication from institutions becomes crucial in preventing political polarization. Edo State itself holds strategic political importance. Historically, the state has experienced vibrant political competition and strong civic participation. Events involving national figures there often gain nationwide attention because they reflect broader political dynamics across Nigeria. Another layer to this story involves public confidence in security institutions. For many Nigerians, trust in law enforcement is shaped by how agencies respond during sensitive moments. A swift response that prevents escalation can reassure citizens, while lack of communication can fuel uncertainty. The DSS emphasized that its responsibility extends beyond individual politicians. The agency stated that its mandate includes protecting national stability and ensuring that public gatherings remain safe regardless of political affiliation. This message appears designed to reinforce neutrality and professionalism. Observers say this approach aligns with a growing expectation that security institutions operate above partisan interest. As Nigeria continues strengthening democratic processes, impartial enforcement becomes essential to maintaining credibility both locally and internationally. For Nigerians abroad who closely follow political developments, incidents like this often influence how Nigeria is perceived globally. Stability signals readiness for investment, tourism, and international partnerships, while recurring political tension can raise concerns among foreign stakeholders. Economists note that perception alone can impact economic outcomes. News related to political stability sometimes affects market confidence, exchange rates, and business decisions. That is why timely clarification from authorities can help reduce uncertainty. Meanwhile, supporters of Peter Obi have called for calm and patience while investigations continue. Civil society organizations have also urged Nigerians to rely on verified information rather than speculation, emphasizing that responsible public discourse strengthens democracy. Security experts say preventive action, when properly conducted, is often the difference between a minor disturbance and a larger national issue. The DSS appears to be framing the arrest as an example of early intervention rather than reaction after escalation. However, questions remain. Nigerians are asking whether additional suspects could be involved, what motivations investigators are examining, and whether new security measures will be introduced for future political engagements. Authorities have not released further operational details, likely due to ongoing investigations. The broader takeaway may be the importance of preparedness during political events. As campaigns and political activities increase nationwide, coordination between organizers and security agencies becomes more critical. Nigeria's democratic journey has always involved intense political participation. Large crowds, passionate supporters, and active public debate are signs of civic engagement. Yet maintaining peaceful engagement requires cooperation from leaders, institutions, and citizens alike. Political analysts believe moments like this also test leadership messaging. Calls for calm and respect for institutions can reduce tension, while inflammatory rhetoric can deepen divisions. So far, responses surrounding the Benin incident have remained relatively measured, which many observers see as a positive sign. Looking ahead, Nigerians will likely watch closely for updates from investigators. Transparency about outcomes, within legal limits, will shape public understanding and confidence in the process. Ultimately, this incident highlights three key issues: the importance of proactive security, the need for accurate information, and the responsibility of political actors to maintain peaceful engagement. While the arrest answers some questions, it also opens broader conversations about how Nigeria manages political competition in a rapidly evolving democratic environment. As more details emerge, the focus will remain on ensuring fairness, accountability, and stability, values that matter not only to citizens at home but also to millions of Nigerians abroad who remain deeply connected to the country's future. If you found this report helpful and balanced, like this video, share it with others who want factual Nigerian political updates, and subscribe for more in-depth coverage that keeps you informed without the noise.